another video on 21st Century Opinion. My name is Emmy, and this is
John, aka Johnny Boy, the best, the best. We give her the work every day.
Anyways, we want to say thank you to every single one of you guys that watched, shared, and liked our previous video and left a comment. We really appreciate the support. Thank you guys.
And for that, we was thinking of replying to you guys' comments if the video reaches 500 views or something like that, and where we'll post a video that will literally take one or two of your comments and go over it and say how we feel about it. And also, if you have something you want us to talk about, please feel free to share. I know some of you guys are already sharing, but keep doing that. And thank you again, guys, for literally sharing our videos, because I didn't expect to have 200 views in a video.
And for today's video, since I won the last debate, he will decide the topic.
What should I talk about today? Today the topic will be, can oral sex make or break your relationship? What do you think, babe?
I think it can break a relationship, but only to a certain extent. I think it depends on who your significant other is and what their experiences are.
That is a very good point of view. Can I go with both? I think it can make and break the relationship, right?
How can it make a relationship?
Well, it can make a relationship. So let's say you have someone you friend with, and then you know how you started with like friends with benefit and things like that, right? And then let's say your eating out game or your anal or anything like that is so good, and then that the person gets so attracted to it, and then that person don't feel like they need to let you go, or don't feel like they can let you go because, like, hey, nobody can do it like you, right? And then they end up trapping you.
I don't think it can make a relationship in that sense.
I actually think I really think it can, because, like, for example, people are looking for fun, right? And once you find the fun somewhere, it's like somewhere, then you're gonna tend to stay in that place, right?
I highly disagree. I think there are many other factors that involve into building a relationship. I mean, you can build a sexual relationship off of it, but as far as an actual relationship, I think it would be a toxic. It can make a toxic relationship.
Would you,
But
would you say sex is 50% of a relationship?
no.
You don't think so? Like, okay, so if you were breaking down the relationship, what would you say is the most important?
I think communication.
Okay, communication. Let's say communication is 50% of your relationship. Well,
I think sex is only 20% of the
20%.
relationship. Yeah.
So what makes up the other 30%?
Um, love, respect.
Well, I think sex holds a lot of values, right? Because people will cheat on you if they're not getting it, right?
Not necessarily because they're not getting it. I think people will cheat on you based on lack of communication, but I don't think your partner will cheat on you just because you're not eating them out or you're not giving them head.
It can break the relationship as well, like, and if you're not doing it right. So let's say I get into a relationship with you, and I'm so used to having fun and people doing that for me all the time, and then now I get into the relationship with you, or for whatever belief you have, you don't want to do it, or you don't know how to do it, because I've been exposed to that fun, then it becomes a little bit harder for me to accept you sexually, or for me to not seek for it somewhere else. So as a result, I think that might be a problem.
Um, I think depending on how much like the person that you're with is worth to you. Like if they provide you everything else that you can't find elsewhere and this is all that's lacking, a lot of people will be willing to put up with that. Like, yeah, my partner does not perform oral sex, but he gives me all the attention in the world, he loves me to death, and I am willing to accept that. A lot of people, I think it's based off of what's most important to you. Like, is that what's most important to you, or is it like the person dedicating their time that's more important to you? A lot of people will weigh the goods and the bad and actually stay and commit to a faithful relationship if the good outweighs the bad, and the bad being that your significant other does not want to perform oral sex for you.
But you do know it too. Like, you cannot be in a relationship and not have fun in that relationship, right?
There are
And
other ways to have fun.
yeah, I mean, I do agree with you, but there are a lot of people that sees that as the ultimate fun. Like, I know people that actually break up over sex, right? It's it's what happened. Like, nobody, this is the 21st century, and this is why we 21st century opinion, right? Like, it's the 21st century, and nobody wanna be with a lame ass person. Like, if you if you can't provide the fun that the person is used to, they're not gonna want you, and they're not.
I think that's because the person, if you with someone that doesn't know what they want yet, I think someone that's thinking of the future, of like all the possibilities, will be open-minded to the fact that, okay, you're not providing that excitement for me, but there's a million other things that you're providing me. So in that sense, I think you would think twice. Like, I personally would think twice before I leave a relationship just because my partner is not doing just that for me. I would think about it very hard. I don't think I would leave a relationship just because my partner's not doing that for me, if they're providing everything else. And I think a lot of people would agree with that. Leave a comment down below if you agree with me.
Yeah, sure, they might they might agree with you.
But would you leave if your partner wasn't providing that for you? Everything is good. Like, everything else is perfect in the relationship. The only thing is the woman that you with thinks oral sex is disrespectful, and she won't provide it.
We can work around that, right?
Exactly.
We can work around that. But at the end of the day, since because our channel is also giving you advice as well, so some people want to do it, right, and then they don't know how to do it, right? Basically, you have to make sure you talk to your partner, right? Talk to your partner, ask them what they want and what they feel and what they would like to be done. And just because you're doing it at time, right, doesn't mean you're doing it right. If when you're doing it, she's not squeezing your head with her leg, or she's not grabbing your head and put it in, like, you're not doing it right. You need to have a communication.
This
And
is why communication
exactly.
is more important, because if you can communicate with the person, like, you're not doing enough, or this is what I would rather you do, then it makes a big difference versus if you're just like, I am so bored, but I'm never gonna tell this person that I'm bored because I'm afraid of hurting their feelings. Instead, I'm gonna go look for the pleasure elsewhere. I think if it's the fact that, like, they're just not doing it right and you go look for it somewhere else, says more about you than the person. Because it's easy to coach someone and tell them, like, okay, do this instead of that.
Yeah, you see, and this is where the communication lie as well, right? Because everybody has a different feels and like different things, right? For example, some people might like kissing, some people might like straight penetration, some people might like you going down it, and some people would like you to eat their ass like groceries. But when everybody has a level of weakness, and I mean everybody has a level of weakness. So it's your duty to talk to that person and find out what they desire and what they like. Like, believe it or not, some women might like anal, but you're not gonna know that unless you communicate or bring that up in the conversation. You don't just go on your first date and then or the first time or second time you doing it and then just be like, no, she's not into that. She's gonna really be pissed. Um,
So don't, if you like start dating someone else, don't start eating their booty like groceries.
exactly.
Without
You
asking.
need to have that conversation.
Without asking, like, oh, if it's okay, like, are you open to that?
And also, it's your duty to also please the person you're with, right? So like, if you're having intercourse with somebody, like after the third, fourth time, you as a woman, you're supposed to give the give the guy head, and the guy, you as a man, you're supposed to eat the person out, right? It's the part of the fun. It cannot be straight penetration because who wanna waste their body like that, right?
If it goes against your belief, find other ways, I guess. What other ways is there to satisfy the person?
Buy them candy. Candy always does it. But yeah.
Who do you be buying candy?
I don't know. I don't buy candy. I was just saying. Yeah. That being said, you just mostly you just have to know your partner, and if you feel like what we're saying isn't true, that you don't need to have that in your life for you to be happy, and you don't think sex is more exciting when you do other things, like things that we do in the 21st century, you can always leave your opinion below, or even if you want to debate one of us, we can debate you too. Johnny Boy is always here, trying to.
I think, again, I think it depends on the relationship. If someone is used to experiencing that, to them it might just be like, oh, I can't live without it. I think also if your partner, like let's say a female, you really like to be eaten out, and your partner is just like, no, I don't want to do that. I think it depends, like how much does he want to keep you? Like you really want this thing, he doesn't want to do it, but if he values you, I think he will do it for you. I think if it's like something that's necessary to you, your partner will be willing to like sacrifice their differences and do it for you.
But you shouldn't force somebody to do something.
It's not forcing. It's like if you don't want to do it, then I'm just not happy in the relationship. I'm gonna leave, and it's like I don't want to lose you, so I'm gonna do it for you. It's not forcing.
Wait, that is like kind of manipulating, right?
No, it's not. I'm just leaving because I'm not happy or I'm not satisfied. That's not manipulating.
Well, you're trying to tell me you're gonna take something I care about if I don't do this, right?
I'm not trying to tell you I'm gonna take it. I'm trying to tell you I'm gonna leave.
Exactly, you moving away, which I care about you, but at the end of the day, what we're trying to say is, you need to do it. Like if you're exposed to a certain amount of fun, you not really gonna wanna downgrade. Like you can give a woman or you can give a man everything on this planet Earth, but if you don't satisfy them sexually, they will leave. Like I strongly believe in that, and if you disagree with me, you can also say that too. But I believe if you're not satisfying your partner sexually, they would leave.
I think if your partner is telling you like you're lacking something and you're not making an effort to improve, they will go look for that satisfaction elsewhere. It doesn't necessarily mean they will leave the relationship, but they will look for the pleasure elsewhere.
And you ladies wanna know something? If you wanna trap a man or you wanna keep them, you don't need to necessarily let them impregnate you or something. You can just eat their ass too. They'll stay around. What?
I just want to put it out there. I don't be eating his booty. Someone ate your booty before?
What do you think? No, I was just saying, bro. I was just saying.
How do you know?
I don't know. That's what you don't know doesn't mean you don't know.
How do you know you can trap a man by eating their booty if you never had your booty?
I'm assuming it feels good.
Now I'm curious. How do you know?
I don't.
Lies. Thank you for tuning back in to watch another video with us. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share, and leave a comment down below.
Please don't forget to share, comment. We really want your comment actually. Please like it. If you don't like it too, you can also tell us you don't like it by clicking the thumbs down, but don't do that though. And we'll see you guys in the next video, and
thank you for watching. Bye.
Johnny Boy the Great.